What's up, crew? Welcome to Be Your Inspiration. Go ahead, like, comment, share, and bang that subscribe button and enjoy the ride. Today, I bring you a collab that I'm doing with my pops from the Make a Change Following Some podcast, as we are bringing you the 7 Life Pandemic series, and it's going to be something you do not want to miss. It will hit you in the core. It's the things that have been going on since the beginning of time that's affecting mankind daily. So we hope that you enjoy these next 7 videos brought to you by Be Your Inspiration, collabed with the Make a Change Following Some podcast. Enjoy. And what's up, Mac fam? Welcome to the Make a Change Father and Son podcast on this amazing motivational Monday. And we are so stoked to see you guys tonight. We have an amazing episode as we are on day 5 of the 7 Life Pandemic series brought to you by the Make a Change Following Some podcast in collaboration with Be Your Inspiration. And we are ready to impact the world with all of this, as it's been huge. It's been the real deal. What's really been going on in the world. So we're glad that we could bring it to you. We're glad that you guys tune in. And, we hope that you've been taking notes. Just a little recap of what we have touched base on. We have touched on day 1 was no excuses. Day 2 was victimization. Day 3, of course, was laziness. Day 4, materialistic being greed. And tonight, as we get into day 5, on the 7 Life Pandemic series, negativity. And negativity is going to be one that's going to be real deep. A lot of fun, actually, because it's been happening, and it will continue to happen until we change it as people. So, but before we get into that, man, I'm so glad that you guys are all here. Hope you guys had an awesome, fulfilled weekend. Myself, it's been very busy, very entertaining, and very chaotic as we get prepared, as my amazing blessing is on her way. Mila Lynn Davis should arrive. We're hoping this week, but if not, next week for sure. And we're just really stoked. We're prepared mentally, physically, and I guess we got to be emotionally, but it will change as time gets closer. I want to definitely give a big shout out to Brandy, as she's been a trooper during this time, of course, in a pandemic. She's overcome a lot of obstacles. It's been tough, but I'm super proud of her. Continue to push hard through these challenges and be that strong individual woman that I know she is. So it definitely brings out character. Definitely brings out who she truly is. That she can literally, if she thinks about it truly in herself, she can push through anything. I mean, to do this and through what we're going through in the world, I believe she can go and do anything she ever set her mind to. So very proud of you. Continue to work hard. We're almost there at the finish line. There's no quitting yet. So keep going. Keep fighting strong. I thank everybody for all your support and love during this time as well. And I want to dedicate tonight to my granny. Today would have been her 80th birthday. That was the woman who told me from the get-go, just moments before she passed. She had moments with myself and my brother. And her last words before I left her were, "Be great. Go out there and be great." So that's why Mr. Be Great J sticks. That's why it is my also known name. And I'll forever go down grateful for that, as I go out every day trying to be great and impact the world and inspire and just bring that light to anybody's darkness that you may be going through. So tonight, dedicated to Granny. Much love, much respect, and to our Creator for the opportunity. And I know our Creator has an amazing woman up there celebrating and impacting more people around the world and touching lives today. So shout out to our amazing Creator. And again, happy birthday, Granny. We love you and we miss you.
Yeah, man, I want to thank my Creator for this opportunity of life. And like my son wants to give his grandmother happy birthday. Today would have been my mother's birthday. August 17th is her birthday. She left us April, which this past April was the anniversary, which would have made 11 years. And she would have been at this time 90 years old, 91 years old. So yeah, man, I'm going to, give happy day of recognition to my mom who passed 11 years ago. I want to thank my creator for, me being in her life and her being in my life, and for the young man that I've been able to turn out to be in this time and place here in the world. I want to thank my creator for my 3 sons, my son Jeremy, my son Parker, and my son Ty. Those guys have become my why, my fire that makes my flame blaze. And I want to thank them very much. I want to thank my creator for allowing them to be in my life and me being in their life. I want to thank my creator for each and every one of you, for the time that you take out of your life, especially during this crazy times that we have here in the world, to set aside an hour and 10 minutes of your time to come on here to listen to my son and I as we develop the Make a Change Father and Son podcast, along with you guys on this journey, to hopefully impact one additional person each time that we're on in this world, to show them that they are great and that they are worth more than their present situation and their present circumstance. And I just want to thank the creator again for this opportunity of life, for this platform that he's allowed my son and I to be on. And it's the platform that we needed to be on. And that's why we're here at this moment, this time. Like my son was saying, his beautiful mate, Miss Brandy, man, I got to really give my hats off to her. As I saw a video yesterday of her doing her walk and everything. She's definitely, this is her first child, and it's my son's first child. And I mean, they are doing a phenomenal job at setting the foundation and the standards that they're going to implement into their daughter's life. And I just want to commend them both, but especially Brandy. I mean, it's been almost 9 months. This upcoming week, like my son was informed me of, will be 9 months that little Mila has been inside of her, growing, developing, and preparing herself to come hit this world with some fire. Mm-hmm. And I know it hasn't been an easy task for Brandy, just dealing with life in general, and then having to deal with the pregnancy and go through these things. But it's the processes that this young lady has taken, and she has pulled the energy out of those things, and it has developed her into the woman that she needs to be and the mother that she's soon to be, for their beautiful gift that the Creator has allowed them to be able to bring into this world. So I just want to thank her. I want to thank my son for staying focused, keeping an open mind, and grabbing the opportunity of life and continuing to push forward. I want to commend you guys, and your prize is on its way, and it's going to be here within the next week to 2 weeks.
I appreciate that, Pop. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. And viewers, we appreciate you as well. So as we get into tonight on the Make a Change Father and Son podcast, the 7 Life Pandemic Series, Day 5, Negativity, we all can agree on there's negative people all around the world. Day in and day out, you run into them. Literally. You run into them day in and day out. You may even be one. We can all agree, right, that we've had a negative experience in our life where we've been that individual that's the negative Nancy. Negative with everything that someone has to say. You have no positive input to what they have to say. There's no outcome. There's no solution, right? So we have to think about it. Right now in the world that we're in, especially now, people, negative people all over the world, daily. And think about this. Right now, the negative outweighs the positive big time. And I mean big time. And that's what's crushing us. That's what's crushing a lot of people's hopes and dreams and their goals and their vision, is the negative people that maybe even in their circle, maybe even in their same home. You know, so what we're going to get into on this pandemic tonight, this life pandemic tonight, is really give you the aspect of negativity, and then, of course, the tools to get yourself out of these situations, get away from these individuals, and the things that you can do, and how maybe those negative people have taught you something, a lesson, but also turned into a blessing. So I'm glad that you guys are all here, and it's time now for us here on the Make a Change Father and Son podcast and Be Your Inspiration to flip this around and bring more positive vibes into this negative world that society has put on us. Yes, you heard me correctly. Society has put on a negative shield against us, telling us that we cannot go after what we want in life, right? Our goals and dreams were put on hold, right? That's a negative response to what you're trying to do. So we must stand strong. But aren't you tired of being around that negative environment? So it's our job now on this era that we're in to rise above it, to flip everything. You know, I know in your journey of life, you know, Pops and I could both agree, you have that negative thought that comes through your mind that tells you can't do something, don't do it, this, that, and the third. But right, you have to have control of your own mind. And when you have control of your own mind, you can control your life. So we're going to rise above all of that. We're going to start taking control of our mind because we have the solution. As Pops has mentioned in all episodes up to this point, we are the vaccine. So it's time now to start draining ourselves with positive vibes so we can wade out that negative energy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know you probably are getting tired of the phrase that I'm about to say. You're probably getting tired of hearing it on the Make the Change Father and Son podcast. But it's truth, all right? And what I'm about to tell you, there's one solution. Mindset, 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 and mindset. And I know you guys are so sick and tired of hearing it. But your mind controls your actions. And we're going to keep pounding it into you until you take control of your mind and stop letting your mind control you. All right? You have to take control. Right now, you have to think, since the beginning of time, negativity has existed. Since the beginning of time. Not one person born can never admit to not saying that they hate something.
Bit negative response.
That I hate this. I hate that. I hate what's going on in the world. I hate litter. Not one person can say they've never not used the word that they hated something. Right? So we've been conditioned to say that we hate things or we dislike things. But guess what? No one's ever taught us to stop focusing on the negative aspect of it, and which is the problem, and focus more on finding the solution.
And that's what the problem is right there. Every negative person has a problem for the solution.
Yep. We have to be the ones to control this. And this, once we have control of it, we can flip any negative thing on its ass and develop it into a positive situation.
For sure.
But we're not disciplined enough to want to do so.
And that's a key element there, discipline.
Discipline, but then all we want to do is complain, and we want to stay negative, and we thrive off the negative. We thrive off the drama, and we waste our energy. Ladies and gentlemen, aren't you tired of saying you hate things or you dislike things? Aren't you tired of using that word? Isn't that just a bad, terrible word? I've even heard people say that they hate other people. But they don't know the solution is if you don't like that situation, you have the ability to make a choice to remove yourself from the situation. You have the ability to turn that negative situation into a positive situation.
You need to keep your life free.
What you do is you feed into it. You begin to consume and fill up on the negative. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're going to go over some things. We're going to give you some scenarios. We're going to give you some examples. And we're going to give you some tools to use. Because aren't you tired of filling up your body, which is a bowl, or let's say it's a container? Aren't you about at capacity of negative vibes, of negative energy? Are you 85, 95% full of negativity?
You got to keep your life free at this point.
You have to make the choice to empty your container and press reset, ladies and gentlemen. And go after what you want in life and become the individual you know you deserve to become in life. And get rid of the negative attribute that hangs on you, has attached itself to you like a leech that tries to control you, and you need to gain control.
Well, the thing is, too, is that you need to stay away from the negative individuals. Once we can do that, right, Once you can eliminate yourself from negative individuals, because that's draining your energy to focus on you, to focus on the things that move you in your direction, your journey, and your path, right? So once we eliminate that from our life and where we want to go, we eliminate the negative vibe, we now can absorb ourselves with so much more positive energy and things that will uplift us and bring us, into a brighter day. Because as Pops was saying there, so many people wake up and you hate the alarm clock, right? You're pissed off that the alarm clock went off instead of being fired up that, the alarm clock went off. Or, hey, it's Monday. If you're in the fitness world, we're at leg day, crushing it, starting off, and you hate it. There's a negative vibe that you already bring in your mind that you hate something. You hate this day. As you know, since the beginning of time, every single person hates Monday. They've hated Monday. It's Monday. Yeah. Weekend was too short. What weekend? If you're grinding at your goals and dreams, there is no weekend.
See, the thing is, most people wait for what? Hump Wednesday.
Yeah, it's midweek. You know what I mean?
Makes no sense. So what you do with the other 2 days at the beginning of the week? What happened? Now it's Hump Wednesday, but guess what? Only one day to TGIF.
And the thing is too, we have to let the individuals that are negative, here's where the problem comes, because we try to get to a point where, we want people to be positive. But you cannot pound people with being positive. They will turn positive. They will turn, to the right path when the time is right for them. But until then, they will be negative Nancy. They will have that negative aroma, that negative aura around them. And it's just, as we've talked about here, it's your job to separate yourself from that. You can have the choice. You have the ability to do so. I feel on my journey, I'm sure I can speak for Pop too, when you separate yourself from that negative energy, the negative vibes, the negative atmosphere of chaos, you put yourself in a light that is way different. You allow yourself to have a better vision, clarity, understanding of who you truly are. And I think a lot of people right now, that's what we're lacking because we're negative about everything, especially this man-made pandemic that's in the world right now. They're forgetting about the life pandemic of negativity. So they're consuming that about everything. Everything in this world's negative. Right now, I'm sure if you've watched the news, negative. The only thing positive is these numbers of COVID testing. You have to be the individual that separates yourself from that negative and starts rotating, circulating back the positive vibes, the positive energy. Start throwing that back at people who throw the negative. Always flipping it. And I think that's even big in conversations. Even conversations that you have, able to flip it. Be the bigger person. Be the better individual. Hey, you can do this. You can make a difference. And I believe if you continue to do that and you separate it, we get to do what? We get to impact and change one life at a time. And that's been our mission. That's been our true mission here.
And the thing is, I think as individuals, we need to stop trying to change everybody. The person has to be willing to change. All we can do is put our very best self forward with a positive vibe, is put our very best forward. Let them observe the change in us, and we become the change.
For sure.
Right? Because if you try to go out there and think that you can create a world, you're wrong.
Right.
But what you can create is your world.
Yep.
And you have to understand that you may have to be in this world, but you don't have to be a part of this world. And let me rephrase what I just said again. You cannot make a world, but you can create your own world. And you can live in your world.
And even when you're doing that right there, what Pop is saying, you got to remember, people are going to throw negative shade at your world. They're going to try to break it down. But what do we have to do? We have to armor ourselves up daily. That's why that's so important to armor up daily. Because of that right there, you have to create the life that you want. And remember, the adversary, society, haters, doubters, naysayers, they're going to be right there attacking it with what? Negativity. Why? Because they've been consumed. They've been conditioned by society, the enemy with that.
And the thing is, I'm not telling you to go out there and put yourself in this bubble and think that you're better than anyone else.
Oh, never that.
It's never that. You're not putting yourself in a bubble. You're just creating your world, and you're in your world, and you're creating the very, very best version for you, your family, your loved ones. And you're building that foundation.
Yep.
Because if you don't go out there and create your own world, which you have been given the authority and the responsibility to do, because the opportunity is there for you to do that, then shame on you. You are just being average and being just like the masses, right? And you're not setting yourself apart. You're not developing your own standards. You're not developing your own characteristics. And you're not becoming the very best version of you. You are becoming consumed by the adversarial things of this specific world.
Oh, yeah.
This specific universe. You're allowing the negative energy that has existed since the beginning of time, that has affected mankind. You are now making that part of the world that you're trying to create for yourself. And instead of you creating a separate world, you're becoming part of this world.
And the cool thing about this as well is that, here's the thing, viewers, we're never going to get rid of the negative energy. Never. It's going to be an existing pandemic. It's going to be a consistent one as well. But here's the best thing about us who are on a positive vibe and have a positive aroma and are moving in the right direction. These negative individuals and negative vibes, they teach us a lesson that counterfeit and go into a blessing. Because we learn from these individuals. We learn that, hey, we're not all the same. We all have a different mindset. So again, we're just flipping this. We're literally just flipping it. They throw that negative, we throw the positive, and we learn from that negative experience how we now know how to not get upset, not get irate with anybody, know how to have conversation, know how to voice our opinion boldly with confidence. And when you do that, a negative individual will break. They'll break. They will crumble right there in front of you. They have no comeback to that. So what do? They got to go to the next victim. Let me go get another negative person, or let me see if someone else is negative. Because as you guys know, miserable loves company. But guess what? Negative tracks a negative, and positive vibes track a positive vibe. It's contagious.
And it's weird that you say that, because the more negative you become, the more miserable you become.
All day.
Because like you said, negativity likes company. So what's it do? It takes you from one plateau of just being negative into feeling misery and feeling miserable and feeling depressed. And guess what? You want more company. So your attempt is not to feel better. You want more people to feel like you, so that you make an excuse of why it's okay to feel the way that you feel. They feel like me too, so cool.
Yep. And that's so perfect now. Like that right there, that example there is just like this. For the man-made pandemic of the world right now, think about it. Everybody, the gym, for instance, okay? Everybody's like, nah, I'm not being negative. I'm canceling my fitness. I'm not working on my health. I'm not going to be great. I'm not going to go out there and continue my journey of health, right? But I'm going to keep telling negative. I'm going to keep spitting this negative energy on everybody. So guess what?
You shouldn't be at the gym. I'm not. You shouldn't be at the gym. I'm not.
Let it consume them. And then guess what? They stop their journey. So see that problem there? The mind has been consumed into a revolving wheel. So people aren't attacking. Instead of those people going, no, you know what? You should continue on your fitness and your health and not letting fear sit in, not letting your immune system be crushed by not doing what you've been doing. And now you're going to eat junk food you've been never eaten. You're going to drink a lot more. You're going to get in a depression mindset. So see? The negative has now consumed. Society has embedded that in you. And now guess what? You're sick. You're up in the house on lockdown. All these things start to happen in a negative way.
Piling up.
And then guess what? You're a negative individual. You've joined the masses. And now you got to work from ground zero.
Society does not want you to succeed, ladies and gentlemen. And we said that since day one.
Nope.
Back when my son said someone he was at the gym with said society was on their side.
Oh, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully over this journey and of being on here watching the Make a Change Father and Son podcast, you have a realization now that the world and society is not on my side.
No, man.
You know, you got to go out there, set yourself apart, right? And you cannot let yourself be consumed and fill up with this negative energy, this negative vibe, this negative mindset. You got to wash, rinse, repeat. Wash, rinse, repeat. You got to wash your brain until it becomes clean and pure and only harmony exists. Yeah. For you, your loved ones, your family. If your heart feels a certain way, wash, clean, rinse. Wash, clean, rinse. Until what? It is consumed with harmony. It is consumed with positivity. It is consumed with achievement. Yep. It is consumed with desire. It is consumed with passion, right? For you to go after each and everything you want in this life, and you will make no negative excuses about going for the things that you want, because you realize and you know that you are created to be able to create the things that you want, and that you have to go after the things you desire.
And the thing is, too, is that here's what I want all of our viewers to know and listeners around the world to know is that you got to see the good in the world. We're not saying that the world's this ugly, negative place. No, there's so much good here. But that's the problem. We have to outweigh the negative, because the negative is that dark cloud blocking all that good. But we're barely seeing nicks and knacks of the good in the world, right? Because right now, I mean, you're not seeing no positive. You have to literally come to your senses and realize, I'm working on myself. Hey, I'm moving in a positive direction. My mindset's clear. My vision's, where it needs to be. I have a clarity and understanding of who I am and what I'm about. I got a purpose. I'm passionate when I wake up. I'm driven. Those things are a positive. But that's the thing. We will see the good in the world. There's so much good here. We gotta push them clouds away. We gotta make our path. And then when we do that, now we're set in stone. Now we can start impacting people and start looking at people differently and saying, hey, I know you have a negative approach on something, but let me give you another scenario. Let me break it down this way and just hear me out. You know what I mean? When we do that, then that's our way of communication, and then we're starting to impact one life at a time.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's like, let me go back to that alarm clock situation, son. When you're talking about your alarm goes off and you have this bad vibe, right? As soon as you allow yourself to do that, you're creating a negative thought. And the reason you create that negative thought is because you want to justify your response of not getting out of that bed. Mm-hmm. You want to have a justification. The adversary knows, hey, this person's just waking up. Let me see if I can attack them now, right? They woke up with a clean slate. So it tries to get in there real quick and distract you. And you might fall for the distraction, and you go ahead and use whatever negative thought that enters your mind as an excuse, right? And as a response to justify you not getting your butt out of bed and going to your knees, right? And here's the tool. Here's the tool to get you out of that negativity. Gratitude.
Yeah.
Roll to your knees and instantly give gratitude that you have the ability to open the two greatest gifts, which was your eyes, and find your way to be able to get to your knees, and that you're breathing, right? Some people didn't get that opportunity that morning. You have to think, my son's grandmother didn't get that opportunity that morning or that evening. 11 years ago, my mom didn't get that opportunity no more, right? You got to think, ladies and gentlemen. And that our day is coming too. We just don't know when nor how.
And the thing is, you got to take your attention off the negative, because if you do not do that, you will not see change. And that's what's so crazy,
Son, they won't just see change; they will never see their greatness.
The thing is, yeah, for sure. And the thing is too, I've had a lot of people on this journey say, "Man, I love what you're doing," pushing change and. Because they see so much negative, especially when the police stuff happened and all this stuff. I was going back and forth with a white supremacist, as you guys know. I brought that story up, and he is all like, "I love where you a pro cop dude. He was against cops or whatever." And I'm sitting here voicing a positive approach to it. He's like, "I know, I love what you're doing with change." Da-da-da. That's a person that attention is on negative. So they don't want to hear about change. They don't want to be better. They just think with a snap of a finger, things are going to change. No, it takes the people. It takes us as human beings to start making a difference in the world, so then we can have change. So with a negative mindset about everything that we come in contact with, how do you expect anything to change? And that goes for anything you do in life. Forget everything else. Your own journey. If you approach it with a negative attitude, how do you expect to succeed? That's like a test.
Focused on the problem.
I'm going to fail this test no matter if I study or not. I know I'm going to fail it. No matter now think about it. No matter if you studied and got the number one student in the school to help you study, you still going to fail.
Yeah, you started.
You're still going to fail. I don't care who you are. You've already put it in your mindset, man. That's why, like when Papa was starting off tonight, mindset is key. So if we take our attention and just go to the positive. Yes, I know it may be a negative situation, but look at the positive that we can do. We can make a difference. We can change something, right? In comments that you may see, in anything. Change your focus on off the negative and seek the positive. And I promise you, we will start to make a difference in the world. And even in your own life, you will see a difference.
Yeah. And look at this. Son, let me just use what's about to happen to you and Brandy just as a metaphor real quick. My son and his beautiful soulmate are about to embark upon a journey with the greatest gift that they can be given, which is a spirit being sent down and placed into this body that his DNA and Brandy's DNA has created. And this spirit's going to have life. Life's going to begin for this spirit in the next week to 2 weeks, right? That individual, that spirit is coming here with a clean slate. Clean slate. So the things that infant will acquire are going to be learned behaviors. They're going to learn things, right? Their brain, just like our brain, is broken into two halves, two hemispheres, right? This is a metaphor, ladies and gentlemen. You have positive and good, and you have negative and evil, right? And your body, your brain, is you versus you. You versus you. Why? It's you, right? And each halves of those brains are operating differently. Different energies, different frequencies. Until we do what? Get control of ourselves.
Yep.
And we have to win over that little subconscious over there that tries to talk BS. And we have to be stronger. We have to be bolder than that other side. That other side's always going to be there. Just like out in the universe, you have good and evil energies. And I'm sure you feel them. When you're put in certain situations and you have to make a choice, you hear them. They talk to you. You hear it. Even if you don't want to admit you hear it, stop for a minute in the next situation that you're in and just listen closely. And you're going to hear something. And then you have to make a choice, right? And the choice that you make is going to be the choice that you have to live with, the circumstance that you live with. So your choices are going to determine how you flow in life. Every choice that you make. So if you as an individual say, yes, I'm the greatest and I want the best for me, then why aren't you willing to go after it? Why are you willing to not make decisions in your best interest? No one's forcing you to do anything. You may say, oh yes, so-and-so forced me to do this and society's telling me and forcing me to do that. Yes, you have to wear a mask when you go into public places and stuff like that. That's just you having common courtesy. You know what I mean? You ain't being a peckerhead if you don't do it. But it's common courtesy, right? There is a man-made disease out there. And they can infiltrate it in any area. They can make it get concentrated near any area they want to. You know what I mean? It's a man-made disease. That's why the CDC has a patent number on it. Because they created it. It wasn't created by our creator, so don't get it twisted. So we have to look at life in a different manner. We have to go through life in a different manner because this energy that this world has created and mankind has created since the beginning of time, and mankind hasn't made the best choices centuries and decades ago, and it's just passed down generation after generation after generation. When are we going to step up to the plate and say enough is enough? When is our container going to get so consumed with the negative BS that we allow ourselves to be consumed with? Because guess what? It's a choice that you're allowing negativity to consume you and fill up this container called you.
TV
right?
shows,
you have
everything.
to now make the choice to get that negativity out of you and think differently with this mind. This mind that you may not have known a year and 8 months ago, 9 months ago, that you could get control of. This is what is controlling you. You got to get control of it and make the choices that are in the very best good interest for you, your family, and your loved ones.
Absolutely.
You have to erase the negativity of the past. You have to erase the negativities of generations past. You have to erase the negativity of centuries past that have been handed down to you just the beginning of time.
You must break the cycle.
You must
break the cycle.
You can no longer keep making the damn excuse. That's how I was raised. That's where I came from. I grew up in the hood. That's why I act this way. Look, you just made a realization of why you do these things. So you have the ability to now fix it because you can see it. You're giving me an excuse of, that's where I came from. That's why I act like this. Okay, so if you want different, you must be different. If you want better, you must get better. As an individual. And so if you want to erase negativity, you must make the choice to erase negativity from your life, from your platform.
And the thing is, too, big shout out to, of course, our mentor, Dr. Billy Osborne, man. Been on a crazy tour. He's finally touching back down in Orlando tonight. I'll be getting with him this week. So I'll definitely have some video with him this week. We're getting together. But one of the things that he shares often, and I mean often, and when we talk, it's a constant thing. Show me your surroundings, and I will show you your attitude, your present, and your future. That is so true. Show me your surroundings, I will show you your attitude, your present, and your future. Because, again, you're around negative individuals. Guess what, man? You're always spitting negatives. Guess what? You have no passion, no drive. You're lazy. You come up with every excuse, right? You're only going to be in that situation and you're never going to see the greater. You're never going to see the greatness that's really inside of each and every one of you. I'm going to say it again. I've said it almost 2 years now. You are powerful beyond measure. Why not use your power? You listen, and get deep on you real quick. In a fact, all of you, every single viewer we have, all the way to Egypt, have all seen a superhero movie. Avengers, Hulk, Spider-Man, whatever. You watch that superhero, but you won't be the superhero of your own movie, your own story, the story that you get to write and be the narrator to. Why? Because you're clogged up with negativity. You don't think you're that powerful.
Wash, rinse, repeat.
You do not think you're that powerful? Well, guess what? Then we got a lot of work to do, and it starts within you. It starts getting alone with yourself, giving gratitude for once in your life, and start breaking bread with your Creator. Because it's time now that you start getting rid of that negative mindset so then you can go capture all that is waiting for you because you are a superhero and you have the powers to create the very best life for yourself and those around you so you can change your life and then change the world.
Yep. And you got to understand this, right? Every day that we awake, we're given a new day. What do you think the message is? Why do you think you're given another day? You're not given another day to think negative and tear yourself down and to add to the negativity that the world has already pushed upon you. You are given another day because the Creator wants to bless you and wants to open up your eyes to have enough clarity to where you say to yourself, today when I wake up, enough is enough. Today is the day I change from who I was yesterday into the new person I want to become today. It ain't just happening just to happen, ladies and gentlemen. It ain't a cycle because guess what? Some people's cycle ended today. And yours didn't. When are you going to wake up and smell the roses and see the world for the beauty that it has? Stop looking and pulling and letting the negativity be absorbed into you like a dry-ass sponge. Fill yourself with the positive vibes that the Creator has put there each and every day that you're able to open up your eyes. Get consumed with that kind of love, that kind of passion. See, I got to open these gifts this morning. Ooh, I can still breathe. Open your door and just look outside at the sky. Look at the clouds. Look at the green trees. Look at the green grass. Listen to the birds. Look at a flower. You say, wow, look how beautiful that flower is. Look how beautiful the artwork of the Creator is up in the sky. The formation of the clouds moving. How bright the sun is. When are you going to say enough is enough in your life?
So
Make the change to see things differently.
Let's do an activity here, viewers. I need you to do an activity. You got pen and pad. Here's the activity. I need 2 bubbles, 2 circles, or split your paper in half. I want you to write on that top what adds value on one side, and on the other side, write what takes it away. What takes away like your energy, all right? And that's an activity for yourself. And I want you to tell me, or actually tell yourself, what adds value to your life, all right, daily. As I give gratitude, the more what adds value. What do I know? It could be people, things. What adds value? Does my reading material add value, right? All those things that add value. On the other side, the things that drain you of your energy, write those down, right? And if that side, even if it doesn't outweigh what adds value, start cutting them off. Start working on those and start building up what adds value. Again, what adds value to your life on one side of your paper and what drains you of your energy on the other side. And start chipping away at that stuff. Getting rid of all that negative chaos in your life. And man, I'm speaking to someone right now. I can feel it. I'm speaking to someone right now. You got to start cutting away that negative stuff. It could be the person that you're dating. It could be the people that you work with. It could be so many things. You need to start chiseling away and finding an escape route to get yourself free of those things. Because if not, you are killing yourself. You are draining yourself of your full potential. And your Creator allowed you another day to go out there and conquer what means most. Because if you were granted this day, that means there's more for you to do. And you need to wake up. That's the point here. Wake up. Add value to your life and keep going forward. So do that assignment for yourself. Review that assignment for yourself. And it's time to really conquer this thing and be more positive and more productive on our life and on our journey.
Let me ask our viewers one question right quick, son. Have you ever said to yourself, man, I just cannot take it anymore. Man, enough is enough. And you said it about a person, right? That may have been complaining to you all the time. Or you said, man, I can't take this person no more. You maybe even said it about your boss. I can't take this person anymore. Enough is enough. Right? What did you do once you said enough was enough? What did you do once you said, I can't take this anymore? Did you change? Did you make a choice then? Did you move forward? We have to rid ourselves of those negative influence, right? We have to protect what we allow inside of us. You say that you're so great. You say that you're so wonderful. You say you want life. Then why do you allow negativity to thrive and suck the energy out of you? You should only want what is good. What you put into you should be good things. Why are you allowing this negativity to absorb into your soul, into your heart, into your spirit, into your mind, and then it's gaining control of you, and you're doing things out of control. You're out of control.
Not even your normal. You're not even doing things that are like what you would do.
It's not even you. It's not even you. You become something you're not.
And that's the thing too. Even by what you're watching, people, what you watch, television, right? Yeah. Television. It's telling you the vision. Because it didn't want you to have a vision. People had a vision, right? Hear me right here. This is deep. This is true facts. Yep. People had a vision. But nah, society, the enemy said, no. Slow down. We got to add, let us tell a vision. Why do you think there's so much chaos on there? You got to watch things that are more uplifting and more inspiring and will get you going. And in my opinion, I watch Shark Tank. I'm an entrepreneur. I want to go create something. I want to go make something for myself. I don't watch the drama and the chaos of reality shows or all that stuff. Oh, man. Things that move me. You know, Shark Week, maybe. Go fish for some sharks. I don't know, whatever you like. But that's the thing where I'm saying add value in what drains you of your energy, people. You know, that's the thing. So, again, on top of that, let's ask ourselves this question. And you got to get real with yourself on this one. I feel it tonight, man. I'm really feeling it tonight on this one. Ask yourself this. What kind of person are you? What kind of person are you truly? And be 120% real with yourself. Hey, I am negative from time to time. I do have a negative vibe from time to time. I am negative as all can be every day of the week. I don't see no good in my life. You know what I mean? I am positive. I am uplifting. I am full of energy. Those things. Because then what you need to do, go over to that vision board or go right underneath that assessment that I just gave you and start writing, I am positive. I am productive. I am a go-getter. I will survive. I will make tomorrow better than today. I am is the most powerful thing out there. And it's your job to whatever comes after it to make it the most powerful thing
in your life.
Because you at the end of it all matter. And if you don't think you matter, then we got a big change to make in our life. And guess what? It starts with you and it ends with you. So you got to just keep on keeping on.
Yeah, man. And the thing is, we need to fill up on the good things that are going to move us towards our destiny. If it's not in your best interest, then guess what? Don't allow it in. Don't allow it to affect you in a negative way. You only deserve the best. You only deserve the very best. That is the only way. You must consume the things that are going to help motivate, stimulate, and inspire you to move forward in your destiny and your journey in order to reach your destiny of where you want to go. You have to. That's like putting diesel fuel in a car that runs on unleaded. Guess what? It ain't going to run but maybe about 15 yards when you turn that key before it starts sputtering. And guess what most individuals in this world are doing? They are sputtering. They have consumed all the negativity that's out there, not realizing that their container is almost full. So what does society do? Tries to break you, right? So they go and they create more negativity so that you become totally consumed, 100% full of negative energy. Mm-hmm. And then guess what? You've lost control. You don't know how to act. You're no longer trying to become the very best version of you because now you don't even know who the hell you are. You give up. You surrender, which that's our next episode, right? Right? In life's pandemics. So you see, it's all a trend. It's a trend that the world has set up. And that's why my son and I came up with the 7 life pandemics, ladies and gentlemen, that have existed since the beginning of time and have affected mankind for centuries. 4 centuries. We've been trained and coached to turn a blind eye to them. But these are the things that are consuming us, and these are the diseases and viruses that are within us. And we feel that we don't know what the vaccine is, but we are the vaccine and we are the cure for these things.
Viewers, I got another question for you. So I hope you got that pen and pad, and I hope you are writing away tonight because I'm on a mission. I feel my granny coming through me. I'm on it right now. So I got another question for you. How are you treating those that are around you? Those negative individuals, how are you treating them when they're around you? Are you breaking them down? Are you adding value to them? Right? Because life is going to be that full circle.
Well, sir.
Life is going to be that full circle for you. So again, if you're just bashing that negative individual, you're wrong, you're trash, whatever whatever you may say, guess what? It's coming back to you and it's going to be 10 times harder than that. The enemy's going to be like, you know what? I can take you. I got you. All right? So when these negative individuals, this is a tool now, negative individuals around you, add value. Add value. Give them an insight. Give them a different perspective. Let them see that there's light inside their darkness. And if they would just take a second, they would realize that they're their own light in their darkness. right? So it's important that we add value because our job here is to continue to impact and uplift people, not break them down to feel better about ourselves. Because at the end of the day, you will not feel better about yourself. You will feel worse. You'll get beat down by the next individual. And then it's a constant beating yourself down life scheme. And that's what society has been doing since the beginning of time. And that's why these life pandemics have been continuing to go on, because it's a continuing trend. You must separate yourself from that trend, from the masses, and be the difference. You know, again, the great Dr. Billy Alsbrook says it. Set yourself on fire and they will come and see you burn. That is so true. If you're firing up with positive energy and positive vibes, it's contagious.
People want to know what the hell's going on with that dude. Is he crazy?
It's contagious when you're bringing hype, when you're bringing fire, when you're bringing passion, when you wake up and you love what you do and you go give 120.
People want to know.
Man, no one can say. People are going to say what they want to say, but at the same time, people are going to be like, wow, that person's work ethic is outstanding. That person deserves more. That maybe I should be like this person, like, you know, in my own path, do my own things, or maybe go talk to that individual, see what they're doing. What's their morning regimen? What things do they do in the morning, evening, night? You know what I mean? What do you do? Are you adding value to people, or are you just draining them of their energy to try to feel better about yourself? Because at the end of the day, that won't bring you into your greatness. That will only drain you even more.
Yeah, the thing is, we have to not, like, I'm always go back to us being a container and how we fill ourselves up with things. You know, we have to not give space within ourselves to worry, bitterness, guilt, shame, adversity, right? And it goes all the way back to podcasts in the past that we've talked about forgiveness and all those major things. You know, we have to begin to empty this container of all those bitter feelings. And that negative vibe that we may feel deep inside of ourselves, right? So we have to, in order to do that, we have to understand that we have the ability and the capability to hit reset on ourselves. You know, at any time in life, you're able to hit reset. All you have to do is just make a choice. Make a choice that is in your very best interest for you, your family, and your loved ones. Make a choice to start becoming the very best version of yourself. You know, make a choice to do what you know needs to be done in order for you to become the things you want to become and have the things that you want to have. All right? We've allowed negativity too long to consume us. We must now say enough is enough, because as you see, the world itself is becoming a worse and worse and worse place to survive in. Yep. And only the strong are going to survive. So we have to instill in people that they are the ones who can make a difference in this world. It's not just going to happen. We as people have to make a difference in this world. We have to change if we want things to change. And we have to learn how to erase negativity in this world, one increment at a time.
For sure.
And I'm going to go back to Gary Bloom, man. Every day we need to be trying to become 1% better.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only way the world's going to become different. It's not going to get different just magically. Snap of a fingers. Nobody's going to be able to rub a genie lamp and one of their 3 wishes is, I want the whole world to have peace. No, peace is going to have to come from us. Right? Love's got to come from us. Humanity has to start caring about humanity. Right? And we have to stop separating ourselves into these individual people and understand that there's one human race. And that's what we need to start caring about, right? And we need to extend that hand back and help one another. Yes, there are negative people in the world. We don't need to shun them off in a corner.
Nah, you got to add value. Got to add value in people.
Different perspective.
Clear their mind.
Let them understand that this world can be different, but they must be different. And that I must be different and you must be different, right? And that we must be our own individual, unique, and authentic selves, because we have a gift within us that this world needs. That's why we were sent here. And if we aren't giving that gift to this world, then we're doing this world no justice. So let's begin to empty ourselves of the negativity, change this world, change ourselves first, in order so that this world can change and that we all can have a better place to live and thrive in and achieve the things we want to achieve.
And another thing, viewers, write this down. Got you right in the night, man. And if you're not taking notes tonight, when you watch this tomorrow, take notes on it. If you watch it after that, take notes on it. You cannot have a positive, productive life with a negative mindset.
Nope.
Again, you cannot have a positive, productive life with a negative mindset. And you are only person in control of that mind.
Yeah.
And again, you go to war with that mind every single day. So it's your job, not your mama, your daddy's, your spouse, your brothers, your sisters, your friends, nope, your mentors, mentees, none of that. It is your responsibility to change your mindset so you can live the life that you want to live. One thing before we close out with you by Tony Gaskins. Negative people need drama like oxygen. Stay positive. It'll take their breath away. Man, let me hit you with that one more time. Again, if you want to look him up, Tony Gaskins. Negative people need drama like oxygen. Stay positive. It will take their breath away. Go out there, continue to strive to be your very best self. Impact the world. Leave your mark as a positive inspiration to the world as we need it. And we thank you for being part of the 7 Life Pandemic series here on the Make a Change Father and Son podcast. And as always, be great, be phenomenal, and oh yeah, be unstoppable. Until we see you next time right here on the Make a Change Father and Son podcast, remember, it starts with you and it ends with you.
And keep on keeping on, baby.
Let's get it. Later, Pop.
Later, son.